So I'm heading into my 5th year at Western Illinois, and I originally came here to play soccer. Throughout the years, one thing led to another. I joined the track team, walked on, and over the years ended up getting better and also just enjoying running more. I kind of fell in love with the process of running, and now I find myself running all year round, running 90 miles a week, and loving every bit of it. I mean, it's tough. Like, it's kind of weird doing this whole like documentary thing because I don't know. Like, I was thinking today in preparation, like, oh, what are the things I'm gonna say and all that. I just like I don't really think of myself like in these ways, or like there should be a documentary, or like one thing leads to another, and now I have some records or like done well. Like, I just want people to remember how I would just run every day, my hard work, kind of like the process, how I was a good teammate, and just ran for the team and stuff like that.
He walked at 9 months and never stopped.
Like literally.
Never turned back from there. He just was fun-loving
smiling
kid.
all the time.
Yeah, smiley. Logan pretty much followed in Leighton's footsteps.
Well, Keisha to Leighton is 4, and then Leighton to Logan's 3, and
Logan to Libby is 3.
So there's 10 years from top to bottom.
Once Leighton started and Logan showed interest, then he always had to battle his older brother. It's always the younger ones that benefit from going against the older ones, which was Leighton benefited from going against his older sister, and she never gave an inch. So in turn, when Logan started trying to
and he was
trying to go against Leighton, Leighton wasn't going to give an inch either. So
I don't regret anything, but the one thing I feel bad about is like, I don't know, EJ was the reason I came here, the soccer coach, Eric Johnson.
He called me one night, and it was absolutely the funniest, most roundabout, winding discussion. Just kept talking and talking and talking, and I'm like, get to the point, you're not coming, I get it, just do it. And all of a sudden he just goes, and so I can't find any reason for not coming to Western Illinois. And I dropped the phone and I just started laughing.
So when I came in 2019, we ran the fitness test, and the fitness test is insanely hard, and he ran the fitness test like it was nothing. Everyone was like gasping for air after, and Logan's just standing and walking around like, hey, like he did it. Like it was just a warm up for him.
Your fitness is very important for soccer, and the test is very important. Show that you were prepared, that you did the work in the summer. Now, it's a little too easy for me, probably.
It's not like I was trying to steal Logan from the soccer team, but it just kind of worked out. I guess fate is what you would call it.
When you were telling your team and your coach that you were going to quit and focus on running, like, how did you feel? Were you like...
I hate that word, quit. Yeah, I did feel a little bit like a quitter.
So I never suggested that he quit soccer or move on from soccer. It just kind of happened naturally, but I think that goes back to the respect I have for Coach Eric Johnson and the program he runs here at WIU. I mean, they've had numerous conference championship titles in recent years, and obviously an extremely good soccer program, so didn't want to take anything away from that.
And the group message, everyone was super happy for him that he decided to switch over to full-time track, and everyone knew that that's really what he wanted to do and that he was going to be great at that. So, because you could just tell that he was obsessed with running.
Well, we could never get him to stop running during soccer season. He would finish practice and then he'd go run 2 miles. It's crazy. He's a nut.
That call was just like a little difficult to just, talk to Coach.
One of those long-winded Logan conversations. I knew where it was going because now I know him better. And I'm like, Logan, what does your heart tell you?
in another dimension, I'm playing soccer for Western still. Like, there wasn't anything wrong about it. It's just like, you can only do so much, and like, you have to learn to say no at some point.
Do what you're really good at. Your talent is really there. You're talented in both sports. Go do it.
For him to put everything that he's put into his running now, he kind of had to be, I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, be at peace with where he was with soccer.
I definitely still accomplished a good amount with soccer, I felt like, or as much as I was capable of, because that's what it's all about, like just getting the best out of like yourself.
Once the soccer season concluded, he came over to track and field. We got a training plan going and we were off and running.
I never planned on even running here, and now it's gotten to the point where I want to break 4 minutes in the mile.
His personal best in the mile when I first got here was 4:35, I believe, and within 2 years of hard work and determination, Logan has progressed from a 4:35 miler to now like a 4:04 miler, which is incredible.
Time's running out, and I've still never, won a conference title individually or as a team, and I have a chance to do both, with the team we have. It's amazing to have joined the team when we were barely eligible to be an NCAA team. Like, we barely had enough to even compete at conference. Now to the point where we have 80, almost 100 people on a team, and we can say that we could win a conference title, and I could be a part of that and be a captain, be a leader in that process is like amazing.
Any successful team, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, track and field, or cross country, they have successful leaders. The coach is a leader naturally, but we can only take the team so far. You've got to have student athletes on the team that are leaders, and Logan is an exceptional leader. Not only does he lead by example, but he also can, with his background in teaching, help those young athletes learn the new nuances in the training program.
My first impression of him, I didn't really meet him on my visit here, so initially I was like kind of scared because our first runs he was like really serious and he was like always at the top, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna be mean, he's not gonna like encourage us or anything like that. But then he started opening up and like showing his true self and just like incorporated all the freshmen and tried to like reach out, always including us and everything, and just being super supportive.
Logan as a leader 2 years ago is honestly pretty similar to Logan as a leader now. I've always seen him as someone who leads by example. He makes it very well known that if you guys want to come and join me for it, you're along for the ride. But just know that it's going to take some dedication, it's going to take some mental fortitude, and it's not going to be easy.
So this is my 12th year in college coaching, and I've had very few student athletes that have been as driven as Logan is. So that's a challenge for me, is kind of holding him back just a little bit, because he's going to want to push the limits and stretch himself out.
So the records, let's talk about the records.
Well, wouldn't it be awesome if I just had everything from like the mile to the 5K, indoor, outdoor, and then, those 4x4 records would just be, for fun.
Yeah, his range is incredible, and I would say national class. He is a member of our school record in the 4x4, which is unheard of, for also being a school record holder in cross country for the 8K and 10K.
I'm training with the best Western runner ever. If I'm training with the best that Western's ever had, then that means that if I keep up with him, then hopefully I can go down a similar road as him.
The goal of the records isn't just like for me to have my name up there. It's the fact that people look at our program and see that we have more history. It's amazing seeing a record that's been there for 50 years, like the steeplechase, but it also makes you think, well, in the 80s or the 70s, they had a lot less resources or the track surfaces or, to run that kind of time. So we need to do better to break that time given what we have now. And the steeplechase, you jump into water. once every lap, and it's a 2-mile race. So it's a hurdle race for those that don't know, but you also have 40 barriers in front of you throughout the race. So you have to hurdle while guys are shoving you, and you may even fall with a lap to go on your face at conference. So that might happen, and you might have blood everywhere, but you finish the race anyways. That's why it's the best race.
I think we can be top 3 at the conference championships this year.
Very early on, we all got in contact with one another over the summer without much discussion, had a very big goal in mind that we want to place ourselves in the top of the conference. We believe that's where we belong, and we want to set the standard with this new move that is where we belong.
Our men's program is very talented. We've got a tremendous top 5. We don't have a ton of depth. If you don't know, in cross country, the top 5 athletes are the ones that score points for the team at the conference championships. So pressure's on a little bit to have everybody on the same day, but we'll see what happens.
The team goals this year are to ultimately win conference. We have an actual shot, and it's a realistic goal that we think that we could put 5 people up there and have the best team in Western history.
The major goal that we keep talking about is just beating our rivals like Eastern Illinois. Now that we're in the OVC, there's a lot of motivation, to beat teams like Eastern and, to win the conference title in both cross country and track.
It's a great day to be a Leatherneck!
So when we're going to the conference championships, one of the most important competitions of the season, Logan Lommel is somebody that I want on the line competing for this team. He's the guy that's going to get the job done. He's going to set the tone. He's going to execute, and he's a great leader for the rest of our young student athletes.
Running for Logan is more than just a few thousand steps a day. When you live with somebody for 3 years, it bleeds into every facet of his life. He gains a lot of value out of the things that he does, and he makes everyone else around him happier and a better person.
Track is an insane sport that I can't believe people do, but when I think of a track star, I think of Logan. I could see him breaking every single record that he attempts.
If he's studying, he studies. If he's sleeping, he sleeps. If he's running, he's running, and he's one of those guys. I could just see the intensity that he puts into his workout is going to make him successful.
He always pushes himself more and more every day, every practice. He's addicted to wanting to just get faster, and nothing's going to stop him from getting faster.
Driven to succeed, he just doesn't want to compete. If he's going to compete, he wants to do it at the highest level he can. Everybody should be enjoying it. Everybody should be working their asses off, and then may the best athlete win that day, and then come back and do it again another day.
He's got the work ethic. He's got the toughness. At the end of the day, what separates the winner from the 5th place finisher or the 10th place finisher is who wants it more. And Logan has a tremendous desire and drive for success, and that's really what separates him from a lot of competitors.
I just don't want to worry about the times or anything. I just want to beat who's in front of me and run for my team. And running from a place like that, I'll have more success, I think, and just enjoying it, soaking it in, all the different moments, all the different places we'll run, just being able to wear the jersey. And one meet at a time, one lap, and we'll get there.